how you lived, how you die doesn't redeem how you live. Oh, this is some bullshit. This was some bullshit. What about, let's do some comparisons. Let's compare, I don't know, King Vaughn. Let's compare King Vaughn to Charlie Kirk and America's response to that. Charlie Kirk lived, by all accounts, he lived a just life. He's not God or Jesus. He did it right. He got married, had a family, he believed in the Bible, he evangelized the Bible, he didn't cheat, right? He has a couple of children. But by all accounts, he hasn't committed any crimes. He hasn't committed it, never been arrested. We're celebrating his death. Yet, King Vaughn, this nigga pushed violence, he pushed disrespect, taking advantage of women, banging hoes, committing crimes, and murdering people. But King Vaughn is remembered fondly. You mean to tell me we give King Vaughn a proper eulogy, and this nigga literally killed niggas and rapped about nigga shit? But we want to openly celebrate the death of Charlie Kirk? A Christian family man who loved his country, his wife, and his kids? How about George Floyd? St. George Floyd. Let's go back to Charlie Kirk. Married, children, religious, believed in the Bible, didn't cheat, beautiful family, didn't commit crimes. George Floyd, he was a violent criminal. As a matter of fact, the day George Floyd died, he was committing a crime. He was committing multiple crimes. Crime number 1, he tried to pass off counterfeit money to buy cigarettes and sell loosies. Count number 2, he was resisting arrest. George Floyd died of a drug overdose. Unfortunately, Derek Chauvin and his 3 cohorts were in the wrong place at the wrong time. And so we pin George Floyd's death on Derek Chauvin. George Floyd died of a drug overdose, committing crimes. Charlie Kirk wasn't committing any crimes. He wasn't endorsing violence. He wasn't hurting anybody. All this man was doing was espousing opinions and debating people who disagree with him. And he got shot in the neck. And he says, how you die doesn't redeem how you live. Oh, is that right, Pastor? How you die doesn't redeem how you live. That is literally what happened to George Floyd. George Floyd was a career criminal. He died in the commission of 2 crimes, not just 1, and died of a fucking drug overdose. But guess what? How he died redeemed how he lived. See, George Floyd was a lawbreaker. He was a deplorable. He was a savage. But the way he died, he is now eulogized. Canonized, even. St. George Floyd. We got murals and statues everywhere of St. George Floyd. George Floyd died committing crimes. Charlie Kirk died just talking. But how you die doesn't redeem how you live. Yeah, George Floyd was redeemed by his death. Just think about how fucked up that is. This is how ass backwards this country is. Charlie Kirk was a good man, and we are celebrating the death of a good man. King Vaughn and George Floyd were career criminals who endorsed it. And we worship them like we worship fucking Tupac. Incredible. Statues and murals. Right? Tupac. What about pick a nigga rapper who got shot and killed during a dispute at a nightclub or over a drug deal gone bad, over somebody's girl fucking somebody? No. Charlie Kirk died debating people. He wasn't high, he wasn't committing a crime, and his fucking wife and kids were there. And here's another thing. It's very interesting. This actually just came to mind. Let's just use these 3 characters, right? We all want to eulogize, we want to canonize George Floyd and King Vaughn. Let me ask you guys a question. Who is more likely to steal from you? Just in a vacuum, who's more likely to steal from you? Charlie Kirk or George Floyd? Who's more likely to steal from you, Charlie Kirk or George Floyd? Here's another one. Who's more likely to pull a gun on you? Who's more likely to pull a gun on you? Charlie Kirk or King Vaughn? Right? Who's more likely to curse you out, Charlie Kirk or George Floyd? Who's more likely to fuck with you on your job, Charlie Kirk or King Vaughn? You can celebrate and honor King Vaughn and Tupac and pick a nigga rapper, but Charlie Kirk is somehow the devil? Right? Isn't that interesting? We got niggas openly celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk while simultaneously praising George Floyd for doing nothing but being in the wrong place at the wrong time and committing not one, not two, but 3 crimes. But you want to cape up for that guy. I'm sorry, George Floyd would absolutely fucking rob you blind. Especially if you're a nigga. Especially if you're a black person. King Vaughn didn't kill white people. No, he killed niggas. He killed you people. But he is eulogized and canonized. Fuck what you heard.